Hi my lovelies, it's Nisha. So today we're gonna curl my hair. You all wanted to see how I do it. I have few videos on how I curl my hair, but I suppose in each video my hair was a bit different style, different length. So I show you how I do this hair. So I have right now one length, blunt, slightly angled bob. It might not look that blunt because my hair is very fluffy. I have a whole playlist all about hair, so I will link it here. So the only thing that I've put in my hair after I've washed it is the Beauty Works Dream Shine Spray On Humidity Shield. I love this stuff. I spray it sort of from mid-length to ends in little sections when my hair is wet, and then in my ends I rub in Beauty Works Argan Serum. So I just squeeze one pump, put it between my between my hands, and I just rub it all around in my ends. And then I let my hair to dry naturally. And the reason is, as you can see, my hair is slightly wavy. It's very flyaway because it's fine. I have a lot of hair, but it's fine. And it tends to go really flat. So if you blow dry it first, or if you straighten it, it's not gonna hold the curls so well. That's why it's best to leave it naturally dry. So my hair is almost dry. It's still quite wet here at the top. So what I will do, I will just blast dry it with my hairdryer. The top I'm gonna dry just like 99% dry, and then I'll be back to show you what I do next. Okay, you all know that I really like the height on my head. I know it looks quite high now because it's all, you know, just blown dry, but believe me, after an hour it would all go really flat, stuck to my head, so I look like I've been licked by a cow. If you don't mind having quite flat top and it suits you, then you can just skip this bit. You know, I like a bit of body on the top. Also, what I'm going to do now is gonna keep this top part of my hair away for the next step. So I take a Velcro rollers. It doesn't matter what size. I have this size, I don't know what size that is, but they look like this. And I leave my fringe alone. And I do like a row of 3 or 4 rollers. I also spray on a root. I also spray on a root Sebastian Volupt spray. It sort of acts as a setting spray, so my roots are a bit stiff. Now, to get this out of my face, I'm going to put one roller under on my fringe, and that is to give me this height here. It's just something I do, and I know, and whenever I do hair tutorial I get comments, oh my god, that's so much work. Well, you don't have to do it, but you wanted to see how I do it, so here you go. So yeah, I put about 3 of them just in a row here in the middle. And my hair is, like I said, about 99% dry here, so you need to blast it with a hairdryer to completely dry it. And now make sure that the rest of your hair is bone dry, because obviously we will be using curling tongs and you don't want to use them on wet hair because you will fry your hair. And also having the rollers in again saves me on torturing my hair and making it smooth with hairdryer and a brush. So I want to apply as little heat as possible. So because they will be air drying. I do now and again blast it with the hairdryer because that needs to be dry as well. But by the time I do the rest of my hair, this should be dry. Okay, so my hair is dry now. You saw me drying this hair, sort of pointing the hairdryer down. That will point the cuticles down and close them a bit, so my hair is looking a bit straighter, but it's still very fluffy. I didn't, you know, make it really straight and close the cuticles completely. So now my favorite tool for giving you root lift, and you probably have seen it, I've had it for years. This is the Babyliss root lift. It is basically like a mini crimper. And I don't know if they still sell that one, but I will find something for you and I will link it down below. So as you know, because I like the volume at the top, otherwise my hair goes really flat and bigger here, so I look like a triangle, so I need to compensate for it. I used to back comb my hair a lot, and that really damages your hair, so I found that this is much easier and I don't really need to back comb my hair, and the volume stays for days. So let me turn that on. I will now small section around those rollers. So I will take about a section like this and I will clip it to my rollers. Listen, this is probably not how you should deal with your hair, but I'm not a hairdresser. This is just how I do it, how it works for me. Okay, and then I'm going to take section here as well and clip it to the roller. And I know you say, oh my God, when you see my hair done, people say, you've got lovely hair, you don't need to wear wigs. Well, after you see how much work this takes, you know why I wear wigs. Okay, so this is heated now. So now I'm taking a quite thin section. I spray it a bit with Aveda Air Control. This is very gentle, nice hairspray, just for a bit of hold. And then I take the crimper right next to my scalp, point it upwards like this, and hold it there for about 5 seconds. And when I let it go, can you see this? And can you see how this is sticking out? So this gives you almost like a scaffolding for under the top of your hair. Just don't touch it, let it cool down, and it will stay like that. It's almost like permatease on a wig, you know? That's how I can explain what permatease is in a wig. Do the same on this side. Make sure that hairspray dries, because again, you don't want to be putting heat on wet hair, especially with hairspray on it. And you put, you know, very minimal amount of hairspray, just like a little quick spray. There you go. Then I'm going to do the same at the back. Again, I need a bit of volume at the back, because I think that's why I like big hair, because I've got a funny shaped head. My head is very flat at the back, so I don't have that natural bump that your hair just sits over. It just goes straight down. And I also have a hole in the middle of my scalp. So I think that's why I need to make that volume in my hair. So I'm doing the same in the back, just anyhow, because remember the top portion of your hair will be lying on the top of it. So we are basically creating scaffolding, foundation for the top of our hair. I love the texture of it, I love touching it. It's like soft wire. Okay, so now I'm going to let these down. And I'm going to do the same here. I'm not going to go very close here because I think you can see this part of my hair, so I don't want this crimping to show. So I only do like 2 sections round below the Velcro rollers. Velcro rollers. It's so hard to say. It's like yellow lorry, red lorry, isn't it? Okay, so this is cool now, and when I go like this, look at this volume that I get without back combing and anything. It's just brilliant. So now I'm going to take the rollers off. So can you see I've got this bump at the fringe, so my hair doesn't lie flat to my head. And can you see, because I've put that setting spray, they are a bit crunchy here, and I've got this lift. So I just go like this, and from here I do exactly the same my pocket straight hair. So if I was going to do my hair straight, I would do what I did till now, and then I will just put straightener through my hair. I don't know if you want me to do that video as well, let me know. I'm happy to do it, but this is like a basis for any hairstyle that I am doing. And now we will start curling. The curling tongue that I'm using is, I bought it on Amazon, H&S Professional. It's okay, I don't know how big the barrel is. That's what it looks like. If I find it, I will link it. But any curling iron that you like using, just remember, the bigger the barrel, the looser the curls. The smaller the barrel, the tighter the curls. I would really like to buy the T3 ones, but they are very expensive, but I might. I never used to curl my hair as much, but now I do it more often, then I think maybe it's worth to invest in that. So I'm going to turn it on. I have it on 180 centigrade. I don't know what's that in Fahrenheit. I am going to again section the top off completely. Just do it loosely. And then I'm going to do 2 more sections. Because my hair is quite short, I can't really get to every hair, if you know what I mean. I do another hairstyle similar to this, but it's much more relaxed and like undone. I use different crimper and I curl my hair differently. So again, if you want to see that tutorial, I can do it also. Okay, so now you take a section about that big. Always make sure that this is away from your face, because we are going to curl away from our face. And how I do it, the modern way of curling your hair is to leave the ends quite straight. Otherwise you can start looking a bit like Shirley Temple. So make sure that it's quite flat, that it's not scrunched up like this. That will give you completely different curl. Make sure that it's quite flat. So this is away from my face. I put about here, not very near my scalp. Start turning while letting this open a bit and moving downwards, and then I pull so I get quite straight end. Now when I do this, I hold my curling tongue there for a bit longer and make my curls a bit tighter, because after about an hour they drop a bit. So I am going to do it a bit tighter, knowing that they will drop. So again, it's quite difficult at the back because they are quite short. The hair is quite short, but that's okay because you don't really see it, so do it any or how at the back. So when you come to this side, the same, curl away from your face. If you're not used to doing this, it might take a bit of practice, but you basically let this out and slide as at the same time turning your iron and sliding it down. It might take, if you are not good at it, practice the movement with your tongs turned off, because otherwise you might burn your hair if you're not quick enough. But yeah, that's the best way to practice. Just don't turn it on and just practice the movement. Okay, back is very tricky, but again, I'm just turning it anyhow because, like I said, you won't be really seeing that hair underneath. Now let's do the next section. So I will basically go like this around this section, the next section, and then I will come back and we will talk about the top. This crimping here, don't go too close with this because you don't want to straighten it, so start just below it. Okay, now let's do the top. So with this one here, you can do it different ways, because if you want to pull it really flat, then you just pull it down. What I do, I put it quite close to my head, so I curl it away, so I get a bit of a, you know, swoosh, whatever that means. And here I'm just like making it up as I go along. It comes with experience, I suppose. When you've done your hair a few times like this, you know what worked, what didn't work, that sort of thing. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. Let me show you the back. So now you're going to leave it to cool. Don't touch them because they will drop. Don't burn yourself. I've just burned myself. I actually burned myself in this place the other day, and I just burned myself in the same place now. It's very painful. I just want to show you the top now, where I have the scaffolding. If I go like this, it gives me a lot of volume, but I'm going to leave these two. I mean, you could go like this, but I like to ruffle them up a bit. So can you see how the ends look a bit straighter? They are not completely curly. And now I just do this with my fingers Don't brush them out. You can, if you brush them out, you will just have a very soft wave. Then I take Kenra Volume Spray 25. I always use this whenever I curl my hair. I pick my curls and I sort of spray underneath. Then I'm going to play with the top. You can then take and separate them. Depends what look you're going for. You know, I could have left it as it was, not rough it up, just leave those ribbons. Heat it again. And there you go. I will go to bed like this tonight. Tomorrow I'll wake up, the curl will be still there, much more relaxed. And like I said, I will just fix few bits that I need and I can get another day out of it. So this is how I curl my straight blonde bob. Let me know if you want to see the other version of it, which is much more undone and just fluffy, like I just woke up like this. And also if you want me to do the polka straight one. But although I think I might have done it already with the side pieces of extensions. I have to look back. If I have done it, I won't do that one again. But for now, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Keep curling and stay fabulous. Bye.